everybody. Music's probably a touch loud, honestly. Let me turn that down. Let me know if you can hear me okay, or if it's like echoing or whatever. It's nice to be back. And I've got a follower sub goal stream going on, so thanks for the support, everybody. But yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to try these hot sauces for a while, and I just haven't. So it was a good excuse to be like, I'll do this anyway at some point, but doing them all at once on stream is gonna be so much more fun. Also, I've got myself a handy dandy beverage. Oh my god, my fingers are not good at thinking. Ow. I got White Claw all over my keyboard because my fingers don't work. That's fine. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Hope you're staying cool. It's been warm the last couple days. I think there was like a huge thunderstorm last night. I can't really remember, but it started right when I was falling asleep. And it was a lot. It was a lot. Hi! Noise. Hello, Noise. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I have a plethora. I have a big pile of hot sauce, like right off screen. I'll give you a little tease of like, I've got this box. There's 4 different hot sauces in it, and then I have another one. But it's all Satanic Temple. It's not hit the tripod. Satanic Temple hot sauce that I ordered a while ago and haven't had any of because I was going through my other stuff. Yeah, I normally I normally use like Cholula a lot, and then a friend of mine makes hot sauce, like a custom one. It's not super hot, the one she makes, but it's got like a lot of flavor. It's like it's like a half salsa, a half hot sauce, because it doesn't have tomatoes in it, but it's just got like big chunks of pepper, and it's really flavorful and stuff. But this is gonna be fun because I only started eating hot sauce middle of the summer last year. I like goats. Yeah, goats are adorable. I love goats. Goats are super cute. I really want to do goat yoga at some point because that looks really fun. And goats are so cute. I love them. They're very rambunctious and like misunderstood, but they're adorable. They get a bad rap sometimes. Yeah, I had hot sauce for the first time last summer because I was always like, oh, that's too spicy as like a little kid, and then I had stomach problems and stuff. But I'm finally like healthy enough that I can have hot sauce and not completely destroy my stomach. So my justification is that eventually my stomach will just get used to the capsaicin and it'll be fine. And also, life is for living, not for like being like, oh, this might make me feel a little sick. I'd rather have hot sauce than not have hot sauce. But anyway, I fell in love with hot sauce. I haven't had very much of it because again, I've only had it in pandemic, but you love their eyes? Yeah, goat eyes are really interesting. They're very cool. They've got like the square horizontal ones, and there's some that have like little W-shaped pupils. It's wild to think like what that would look like having weird pupils. Because I know that pupil shape is like related to like what an animal uses their vision for. Like round pupils are kind of more all round. Vertical pupils are really good if you need to judge like distance, because you basically you can see like a lot this way and not very much this way. I don't know. And I think like horizontal pupils are like better for like grazing because you can see more of the like horizon. I think I read that somewhere at some point and it made sense, so I just was like, sure that makes sense. I'm gonna not drink too much of the White Claw right away because otherwise I will get very tipsy very quickly. Have some water. I have like no alcohol tolerance at all either, because again, I don't I don't drink or do anything like that very often, so it's fun time. It saves me a lot of money, I will say. I can only have like 2 drinks and I'm really drunk, so. The little one from one of the Harry Potter movies, yeah, that one was so cute. Or Black Phillip from The Witch. That one was, it was big, but it was cute. I have so many goats on my like TikTok For You page because they're so cute, and I think I follow like a goat thing on Twitter, I think. Can't remember. Or someone I follow just retweets goats a lot. It's one of the two. Probably both, honestly. Satanists do love goats. Do love goats. I should show off the fit. Should do a fit check. I've got my like go to hell pseudo pride Satanism t-shirt, and I've got swim trunks on. They're covered in bats. I love them. I found these on fucking Amazon and I was like, hell yeah. I need the very colorful bat shorts. I need these, and they're very breathable and nice. Yeah. Hello, sweet Bryn. Nice to see you. It's good to see you in chat. Yeah, I'm also waiting, before I do the hot sauce and stuff, I gotta wait for, got chicken and potatoes coming, so I have something to eat the hot sauce on. But yeah, feel free to ask me like any questions you want about like Satanism and TST and stuff. It's an AMA, so you can ask me literally anything about Satanism and I won't get upset. It'll be cool. Unless you're being like purposefully a dick, but I imagine if you're in my chat, you're probably solid. I've been lucky. I haven't really gotten any trolls. I don't think I've banned anybody. It's not like I've streamed that much, but yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Everyone in my chat's been fucking wonderful. Sometimes too wonderful. They swear at me too much. It's not necessary. My worshiper? I am a Satanist, yes. Hi Tara, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you in chat. But yeah, I am a Satanist. I don't worship Satan per se. TST Satanists generally are non-theistic. And a lot of Satanists are. There are theistic Satanists. I don't know a huge amount of that. But most Satanists are actually atheists, and we revere the symbol of Satan as like an archetype and as a story that holds a lot of meaning to us. It's like, but it's not just like, oh, I like this story. It holds like deep philosophical and religious meaning. So like, as a Satanist, like Satan means more to me than like, I don't know, Harry Potter or whatever. It's especially for a lot of us, it comes out of like a reaction to growing up in a Christian majority society, like a Christian hegemony. You visited the goats at a little farm near here, got to pet one a bit, have a conversation with it. That's so cute. That's so cute. I can't wait to go pet some goats. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. You're not religious, but you respect other people's beliefs? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, like before I was I was an atheist as a kid. Like I was like, my mom is Christian, but doesn't like super openly practice. And my dad's a Freemason, so he just doesn't talk about religion at all. So I like, and then I was raised with a big appreciation for science. So I was just raised without religion. Like Christianity and all that stuff was taught to me by my parents alongside like ancient myths and stuff, so it never really was a thing for me, but I had a lot of like Christians, obviously. I grew up in a small town, so I knew a lot of Christians and stuff. And I have a Jewish aunt, and I had a Jewish friend as a kid, and then one of my friends, when I was in high school, I converted to Wicca, but I was like non-theistic, I just liked nature. And another friend of mine was Taoist, and that was really fun. And we built like a little interfaith coalition between the two of us and the two Muslim, or not Muslim, Mormon kids that used to go around like proselytizing. And then they got fired from proselytizing because they were spending too much time talking to us and like being normal kids. That was fun. And then as I grew older, my like, because I was always eclectic Wiccan, so like my gods ended up becoming like Lilith and Lucifer. And then I kind of built my own Satanism from there. And then it's 2 years ago, I like stumbled across TST stuff on Twitter and then found a chapter here in Toronto. Well, not a full chapter, it was like a Friends of group. A whole complicated thing. But like a group that's trying to become an official chapter of TST, and I joined them and it's been great. And now I help organize events and things, which is super fun. Also do note that like anything I say here, I can only really speak to like myself. I can't talk about like everyone in TST varies. There's like a lot of difference in belief and stuff. We're all very, very different and diverse, so I can only really talk about like what I believe and what I know. But do know that like if you meet another person from TST, they might have like a completely different perspective on things. They're just, the only thing that really binds us together is that we believe in the 7 tenets and Satan's important to us and we believe in science. That's kind of the main thing. And I think the vast majority of us are non-theistic. My zodiac sign, the only one I know is like the sun sign. I have my chart somewhere, but I don't really do horoscopes. I don't know anything about them. But I'm a Libra. I was born in October. I was born in early October. Which was great because I always had Halloween themed birthday parties because like my birthday was in October, but it was also Canadian Thanksgiving. So I could never have my birthday on my birthday weekend. I had to do birthdays the next weekend, which was the weekend before Halloween. So there was always like this week between like Thanksgiving and Halloween. That was when I could like do stuff. So I always like went into haunted houses and stuff. Which, surprise, I'm a Satanist now. Who would have thought? You're a Capricorn, so you sort of have like Satan as a protector. Cause like a little goat siren. That's really cute. That's cute. Yeah, I never really thought about that like you have like a little goat. I've got the scales, which is like the scales of justice, which definitely makes me think of Satan too, in a kind of different sense. What else? I think I was talking about something and then I just don't remember. Gotta drink more water. I'm drinking all of this now, and then I'm gonna have the hot sauce and I'll have nothing left. Because this is the only water in my house. It's not like I have multiple sinks that I can refill it in. Honestly, I feel like most of these hot sauces aren't gonna be too bad. It's just, there's one that's ghost pepper that I'm concerned about, and the rest of them I should be fine. I Googled some stuff. This is all interesting. You're so unfamiliar with some of these terms. But the tenets just really hit home, make so much sense. Yeah, that's how I felt when I first read them. I was like, oh my god, this is like what I already believe, and they're like written down, which means that they're like easier to refer back to, and there's like a whole group of people that kind of have the same basic perspective on stuff. That's really just how to live your life. Yeah, the tenets are great. I can grab a thinger and read out the tenets. For anyone in chat who's not going to Google them, nope. So I have a billion of these fucking, these things. So every time I order stuff from TST, I get like these little cards that just come with them that say like thank you or whatever, and then have the tenets on the back. So you get like a whole bunch of like that. I know that's supposed to be an American flag because TST started in in the US, but also it just feels Tim Burton as fuck and I love it. But yeah, so the 7 tenets. One should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance with reason. 2, the struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. 3, one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. 4, the freedom of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forego your own. 5, belief should conform to our best scientific understanding of the world. We should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit our beliefs. 6, people are fallible. If we make a mistake, we should do our best to rectify it and resolve any harm that may have been caused. And 7, every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. So that's essentially the gist of my religious beliefs. And I feel like most progressive people can at least agree on most of those, if not all of them. I find, like, talking to other people in TST, the one we have the hardest time with is, what one is it? 4, the, like, freedom to offend. It's more than just that, it just spells that one out in particular because that's one that's always really, really hard on the left to, like, kind of respect freedom of speech even when it pisses us off. But really the point is just, like, any freedom that you have, in order to, like, have the standing to claim that right for yourself, you also have to allow it for other people. So any restrictions you want to put on other people's rights, you have to be comfortable having those same restrictions on your own, which I think makes complete sense. Like, I am comfortable having restrictions on my speech if it means stopping, like, threats of violence, obviously, or, like, really obvious hate speech. But there's, like, certain things where it's, like, it's unpopular, but it's, like, a lot of, like, oh, you shouldn't say slur stuff, which I agree with in theory, obviously, but you get a lot of TERFs being like, oh, TERF is a slur, and it's like, it's not, but anything we use to censor other people can be turned around on us, and always is turned on marginalized people harder than it will ever be used on majority. So you gotta, like, think of that when you're, like, trying to decide stuff. Which is part of why, like, the Quebec secularism rules always hit Muslims harder than they do Catholics, because you're assumed Catholic. Wearing a cross is seen as, like, very normal and not as, like, a thing, the way wearing, like, a hijab or something would be. Hi, Con Mom, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. It's just talking about Satanism and shit before my chicken is done. Any questions you have about Satanism, even if there's, like, if there's a word I use or something talking about Satanism and you don't, like, understand it, totally feel free to ask me to clarify or define my terms or whatever. Yeah, I've got a lime one. There was no more that is not ever going to be in focus, but I got a lime one. I don't know how to make the autofocus work better, but yeah, they were all out of lime ones at the store. I went yesterday to get more White Claw, and they didn't have any more lime, but they had watermelon, which I've never seen before, and I was like, okay, I'll just get a bunch of watermelon ones. So this is just the last one I had from last time. So I got, and then they didn't have any of the regular size cans of, like, the black cherry. I had to get, like, they have, like, little 6-packs of mini cans. I'm like, fine, but that wasn't, they're a little bit smaller, and I don't know why. Don't know why that needs to be a thing. And then I also got some rum cream, because rum chata is so good. There's nothing quite like rum, like, okay, so there's lots of ways to drink rum chata, but my absolute favorite is a double shot of rum chata in, like, a really tall glass of milk, and then just that, like, after dinner or a couple hours before you're gonna go to bed. It's so nice, so tasty, because rum chata is, like, got a little bit of cinnamon in it, a little bit of vanilla, it's a little bit sweet. It's really nice. And you gotta be careful with the rum creams and stuff, because if you put them in with something too sour, they curdle, and I don't want that. Because there's like drinks that are like, oh yeah, mix it with like apple sourpuss, but you gotta like drop it in and immediately shoot it, otherwise it curdles. I'm like, that sounds gross. I don't want curdling in my throat. I swallow too slow. But yeah. Also, do let me know if like the music is echoing, because I'm not wearing headphones, so it is playing out my speakers. But I'm like, it should be fine, I guess. I just picked some random, it sounds good, excellent. I picked a random like royalty-free cyberpunk thing, soundtrack, or playlist or whatever. Not noticing any echoing? Hell yeah, that's good. Gotta text my partner and be like, where's my chicken? I would like to eat my chicken now, please. Chimkin, question mark. Chimkin. Yeah, and then that right there in the background, this lovely thing, is my Satanic Temple membership certificate, and then my altar, and then a bunch of other stuff. And then I have a little membership card in my wallet that I'm not digging my closet to go get, but it's over there. But the cards are so cool. I have a bunch of art and stuff, and even the certificates. There's a bunch of different art to pick from. Oh, can I talk about my altar? Hell yeah, I can do that. So I have like a mix of stuff. Like my altar is very much still got like holdovers from when I was pagan and like developing my own stuff. So I guess I can just bring stuff up like a thing at a time. What I've got, I'll be careful. I've got a bunch of dead roses in like a little thing. So I've just got a glass of like, it's a black rose and a red rose, and this one's fake, but these are real roses, and then I have a fake blue one. But I've got some dried roses, and then I've got, oh, I can't break these, because I've got a bowl full of petals. I don't know if you can see me back here. I got a little bell. Got like an incensey thing. I guess I'll bring out my like little statues. Let's not drop these. So I've got this thing. I got this in Chicago when I was on vacation there once. But you lay down. So I got this, and this is supposed to be my little Satan. You love dried wilted flowers? Yeah, they're so pretty. But yeah, so this is essentially supposed to be Satan. oh yeah, it is a really nice chair. It's vintage. What the hell? It's an antique. I got it a couple months ago. But yes, bat shorts, high pines. But yeah, this it's from the 1800s, I think, from Scotland. It is very nice. It is not that comfortable, but it makes me sit up straight, which is nice. And yeah, these are actually swim trunks. They're fucking comfy. That is a sick chair, yeah. So for me, Satan is very much a like, I really like the Lucifer aspect. I gotta be down here so you can see me. I love the Lucifer aspect of like the like philosopher and the teacher, and then Samael, like the angel of death, is like connected to Lucifer. So I kind of like the like kind of mournful, like white reaper sort of look. And then I have this statue that I got that's supposed to be a little Lilith. She's like a black fallen angel with she's got, I don't know if you can see it, but she's got like little rose vines all up her, and then she's holding a rose, but that one broke off. But she's got like roses and stuff, which I really appreciate. What else do I have on here? I have a bunch of stuff, so I'm not probably gonna bring everything up. I've got like my main candle holder in the middle, which has like little, it looks like little branches, and it's got little baubles on it, which in my head is like the tree of knowledge or whatever. I've got a little pentagram sitting under it. I've got a moon candle, a sun candle. Something goes up. It's like another little little candle holders. What else? I've got chalices, so I've got, again, you're not gonna be able to really see the details on them, but this one has like a little pentagram on it. This one has a giant fucking dragon on it. Got a mortar and pestle that I actually use sometimes, a bag of rocks, because how can you be a witch without a tiny bag of rocks? Got a little poppet, this little string doll that's got injuries and stuff on it. I found this on the side of the road when I was like 15 or whatever, and I was like, I like this thing. So I use this for when I'm doing like spells or rituals to deal with like injuries and things. Do you do anything at the altar? Yeah. So I'll show you like the last couple things on here, and then I will explain that. So then I've got a little dagger, so that's in the little, it's a little dagger. Okay, I'll be there in a sec. And then I've got tarot cards, and then I have a human backbone, because The Devil's Backbone was a good movie, and I like having a spine, and it's funny to me to just have a human bone on my altar. It's funny. What's that? I gotta have a food. I have them all. Yeah, I have them. But yeah, so I will say, I didn't buy the vertebrae to put on my altar. It was an affordable bone that was at the taxidermy store. I was like, fuck it, that's fun. And then when I was trying to figure out where to put it, I'm like, that's funny. That's a funny place to put it. So what I do with my altar, there's a couple things that I use it for. Wait to show some backbone. Thanks, Mara, nice to see you. Hi Alice, welcome to the chat, nice to see you. But yeah, so having it just there is like a good sort of like mental reminder to sort of refocus my mind on like following the tenets and like approaching the stuff I do with like intent. So I want to live my life more thoughtfully and more compassionately, and even just seeing the altar there, especially because like I sit on my bed on my computer, so it's in my peripheral vision anytime I'm online. So and like if I'm sitting here, it's like in my mirror. But it's kind of a good reminder of things. I also occasionally, if I'm going through some shit, will do a tarot reading. Not that I believe the cards have any special powers, but it's really helpful to sort of have, I like to use the tarot cards and their sort of really loose interpretations to sort of figure out how I feel about things. So if my brain will, like if I pull a card and I go like, oh, this card means change, or this card means failure, or whatever the hell, and I'm reading it about a certain thing, how my brain interprets that feeling or that meaning to the situation I'm thinking about can tell me a lot about my thought process and how I really feel about things, and it helps me get through like the layers of like doubt and confusion, and I can just be like, oh, it's the same thing like if you want to make a decision, flip a coin, and if you're mad about the result you got, you know what you really wanted. The coin doesn't have any special powers. You just, when you get an answer that tells you to do something, if you're happy with the answer, then great, do that. If you're mad at the coin, then don't do what the coin said. Do the thing you want to do. The coin's just helping you figure out what it is you really wanted. So I do that. So I'll do tarot readings every once in a while. And then also like, yeah, we do have rituals once in a while. They do vary person to person, and congregation to congregation, like group to group. We all like kind of interpret rituals different, or we'll build rituals for certain moments or whatever. But a ritual I do semi-frequently, I've done like 3 or 4 of them in my life, is something called a destruction ritual. And a lot of pagans do destruction rituals anyway. I have milk. Thank you for the milk. And God, I'm trying to figure out where I can fucking put this where it's not gonna spill everywhere. So how destruction rituals work is you take either an object that's like a representation. Milk is a hot sauce savior juice? Yeah, absolutely. But you take like a thing that's like a representative of a feeling or memory or event or something that you're trying to let go of that's not helping you. Or you can even like write something down on a piece of paper, and then you take it and throw it into a fire while doing like a ritual, and you can say a couple words or just with intent do it. Hi Subtle, welcome to the stream, nice to see you. But yeah, so like I've done destruction rituals, like my group did one at the beginning of COVID, and we like were letting go of stuff, and like there was a abusive relationship that I was still sort of struggling with that I'd mostly processed, but my mind kept like going back to it and getting like ruminating on it and obsessing over it in like really unhealthy ways that I didn't want to. It just kept happening. So like I wrote down a little poem forgiving that person and letting go of everything, and then I threw that into a fire. I felt so much better. So like destruction rituals are really good. We also do unbaptisms, which are like kind of what they sound like. The original purpose of an unbaptism is to basically do a satanic baptism to undo any baptisms that were given to people as children or when they were young without their consent, which can be really freeing for people. But I've also seen unbaptisms for like any belief or thing that was given to us as kids without our consent. So like gender norms or sexual shame or whatever, just like cleansing yourself of that societal burden and that societal message and all that stuff, and you get that the fuck out of you, and you're like, no, I am purposefully undoing this brainwashing that was done to me as a child. I do not want this. This was done without my consent, and I'm reclaiming my body for myself. You're so glad that destruction ritual worked so well? Yeah. It was really, really good. I should honestly do more of them. The first destruction ritual I ever did was also for like an abusive relationship, and I was immediately felt so much better. But for me, they only really work if I've already sort of mentally processed everything and I'm ready to let go and then just struggling with that last bit. The ritual it's not magic in that it's not making everything better. It's just like a commitment to myself that I'm letting go, and this is no longer a thing that is going to have control or influence over my life anymore, that I'm done with it. Hi Kai, thank you. It's a really fun shirt. It says "Go to Hell" on the bottom. I love it so much. It seemed very appropriate for like a pride stream about Satan. Thank you. And then the shorts, you're gonna love the shorts. They're all colorful bats. And they're also swim trunks. But anyway, I should start doing the hot sauce shit now too. So the first hot sauce we're gonna do is this one my parents got me for Christmas. You want them there shorts? Thank you! Thank you! Yeah, I know it's mirrored. Just get a hand mirror and put it up to the screen and it'll flip for you. It's magic. But yeah, my parents know me really well. They got me this for Christmas, which is like it's got little horns and stuff. It's a little devil thing of hot sauce. And is that hot sauce in a spoon or on a vessel? I have chicken. I have chicken strips to use. I do have a spoon here, but I'm like, it's probably better if I put it on something. But yeah, so my parents got me this for Christmas, and then a bottle of vodka that's from the brand Heretic. So it's Heretic vodka, and then a devil thing of hot. My parents are so supportive. When you finish it, you can put a cool glittery like black purple liquid in. Yeah, I also have another bottle like this. It's the Crystal Head vodka, but it said like a skull. So it's not a devil, it's like a little skull, but it's all rainbow. Because they did like a Pride edition one, and it's so good. So I'm gonna do this hot sauce first, and then we have a box of 4 official hot sauces from TST. So we'll go through those after. So I figure just with one thing at a time. Satanists say everything backwards, right? Hidden messages in music to corrupt the youth of our nation or whatever the bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, that Satanic Panic stuff is great. My favorite is when bands like went with it and then put backmasking in their songs. As much as like mindless self-indulgence is problematic at the best of times, but they had a song called Backmask where the song forwards is just like fucking kill everyone you love, fuck everybody, hate everyone, and then there's backwards messages in it. You play it backwards, it's like clean your room, eat your vegetables. It's so funny. So you always love colorful skulls. That sounds amazing. Yeah, it's really good. And also Crystal High Vodka. It's Canadian, it tastes really good. It's nice and clean, good for mixing. That's like a little sweet, I think. Anyway, I have 4 chickens. So let me see if I can open the. Should have maybe opened these before. Did Cradle not do some sort of backmasking things? Yeah, Cradle of Filth did a song that is the Lord's Prayer in backwards. It's the Lord's Prayer backwards. I should have opened this before I started stream, but I didn't because I'm dumb. And also I had a nap earlier because I was tired. I'm sure there's like a little trick to this, but Lord knows my hands don't work well enough for this stuff. Never mind me and my... The trick is to get good. I mean, true. Milk bringer and opener of jar. I could get the partner to open the jar. It's just, why am I so bad at opening things? It's okay. I'll just struggle for a little bit and then I'll text them and be like, hey, I can't open this. Han said, don't make me do work today, please. Yeah. I mean, my hands really don't work at the best of times, and then I was editing photos all last night, so they are a little tired. And speaking of, the photos I was doing was like a goth beach, like siren-y shoot. I'm so excited. They're so good. It's important to let you struggle with it yourself a bit first. This much you have learned. Yeah. I'm stubborn. I like to at least try to do it, and then if I can't, I'll be like, okay, fine, whatever, I'll get help. But I like to at least try. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, come on. In your Discord, I'll post a preview after stream, and you're gonna love it. It's like at like a hidden little tiny gravel beach with a pier, and there's water on the piers. It's all reflective. It was great. The only bad thing about the shoot was someone let their kid just kind of run around on the beach without being supervised. And he was coming up and he was like kind of bugging us a little bit, but it wasn't like that big a deal. He was just like asking us what we were doing. It's fine. He was like 6. And he was like picking up like my prop and like trying to move it. But like once he was told like not to, he stopped. He was fine. The issue being the pier we were at, it like it doesn't do like that. It slopes really steeply down into the water, and then a little bit underwater. It and then it drops off, and then like where it's in the water is covered in algae. So the kid walked down it, hit the algae, slipped into the water, and was just clinging to the rock, screaming and freaking out and trying to ask for help. And we had to help this kid because he was completely without help. Do you have a grippy pad maybe? No, the issue is it's got like a little like seal on it. It's got like the little, and it doesn't have like an easy tear, it doesn't look like. And then the top is like flat, so I can't get it from the top. Honestly, if I just had scissors, that would be fine, but here, I'm gonna just be like, partner, can you open the sauce? Dagger time? Yeah, like my dagger's not sharp is the thing. Can help. Open bottle. Send help. Yeah, I purposefully misspell things in texts when I need help. I'm just like, help. I would like you to open, please. It's just, it's fine. I promise I'm like a competent streamer that just plans ahead like so far in advance. Send the finger emojis, it usually works. Honestly, all I have to do is say help and then they come running. It's great. Unless they're like busy with stuff or you def gonna steal that move. Hell yeah, that is a good move. I'm a competent streamer, just not a competent container opener. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Actually, I might, if just in case they don't get my text because they're busy, they might be doing laundry or something. I'm gonna quickly just go grab some clippers. Right back. Okay, I'm back. See? You love that chair so much? Chair stream! Shh, no, I'm back. Nothing happened, we're good. There's that off. See, I'm a tool user. It's so thin. Yeah, it's pretty skinny. How sharp are the choker spikes? Yeah, Mara, I actually switched them because these ones are steel instead of nickel because I'm allergic to nickel, which is a fucking pain in the ass, let me tell you. But yeah, these are they're pretty big and sharp. I wouldn't hug me right now. My old spikes were like smaller, but I've got the bottle and it is open. It is open. We've achieved success. Move the... I'm very quickly running out of desk space. That is the thing that's happening. If the risk I'm willing to take, let me hug. I mean, the good thing is there is this bit that's flat. So as long as I turn that near your... And now partner gets it. No! No! Just got it myself. Who needs desk space? Just gotta do a little bendy with your neck. Yeah, I just gotta like, I can just go on my bed. I will throw that out later and not knock my light over. You just hit the uncanny valley from me opening the bottle because it was reversed. Oh yeah, because I'm rotating it the wrong way. Okay, let's put the seal back in the fucking cap. Okay. Oh, that was immediately a mistake. Oh, that was immediately a mistake. So let me read to you the little label for this hot sauce. Whew. It's a scorching chipotle hot sauce. It says, from the gates of hell, deadly tasting hot sauce. Drop some deadly fiery heat on your favorite dishes. It's got red chili, rice vinegar, chili powder, rosemary, more acid, lemon juice. It's just got a lot of acid. Whew. Hello! You guys all rule, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to not use this like it's ketchup like I do with my Cholula. Because normally with Cholula, I literally just like dump a whole amount on. I'm gonna be a little bit careful with this because it's so fucking hot. Okay. Okay. Tiny little... Here, I'll do this up here so you can see me pouring it on the chimkin. Now we'll grab this bottle a little bit more securely. You ever get a hot sauce so hot you've had heart palpitations? You missed it at the beginning of stream, but I only started eating hot sauce last year. Okay, just a tiny amount, just a tiny drop. So I've only really had the hot sauce from my local Mexican place. I've had their hottest hot sauce and it's not that hot. And then I've had Cholula, which is like the hottest I've had. And I put that shit on things like fucking ketchup. And then I've had, my friend makes hot sauce, and it's not that hot. It's very flavorful more than anything. It's not like the vinegary, acidic, super spicy stuff. It's got heat to it, but it's very tasty. And then what else? I've had like the hot wings from Domino's, which are not that hot. Yeah, that's basically it. And then my friend who makes the hot sauce also makes a dirty chai syrup that's like chai, and it's chai masala, and it's got cinnamon and cloves and chili spices and coffee, and it's got a whole bunch of shit in it. And it's really sweet, cinnamony stuff. It's great for cider, because it's like you just put it in apple juice in the microwave and you make instant cider without worrying about the powders clumping. But that stuff's got some heat to it too. You hate that I'm touching my face after opening hot sauce? Yeah, I may be an idiot, but I'm not going near my eyes. If I touch here, I'm okay. Also, in before I get this hot sauce in my lip piercing, because the first time I ever had a hot sauce, it went in the hole of my lip ring and it burned for hours and it would not stop. It'll happen. Yeah, I constantly touch my face. I'm just gonna try not to. But yeah, so I only have like that little drop right there, and we'll see. Your whole body just cringed. Yeah, it was not fun. That is not good. That is hot. That is not tasty. That is awful. Whew. I mean, it's hotter than Cholula, that's for sure. Like, my whole mouth is on fire. Also, I apologize, my reactions are probably gonna be a little bit muted because I have a high pain tolerance and I don't show emotions on my face very much. But this is, it's more of an ingredient sauce than a hot sauce. This is a secretly poured on your enemy's food hot sauce. Yeah, it tastes like it's just meant to be really hot. And it doesn't taste like it's supposed to be good. I'm gonna have a little bit of milk. That is better. But yeah, it's not too bad. What color are my eyes? You don't think you've seen that color before? It's really interesting. They're blue, but they change a little bit, and then the whites of my eyes are blue. So like, it's also I'm in red light, which doesn't help. So they blue. Some of my photos are black or like a purple because I'm not gonna touch them because I have hot sauce on my hands, but I have photoreactive contacts that turn darker in the sun, and they're amazing. So they make my eyes look super demonic because my whole eye, not the white of my eye, but the rest of my eyes go black. I'm gonna have a little bit more in this just to see how much I actually hate this taste because it's really bad. Shit's awful. I just want to see if I can like describe what it tastes like now that I like know what the heat's like. And this is how you know I'm a masochist. You couldn't tell they're very light. Yeah, they're blue. My eyes are azure. Yeah, basically. Okay. You had a sandwich? Hell yeah, sandwich. This tastes a little bit like if you put chili peppers on like a really old pizza box where like the pizza that was in it went off and then you just have the box and not the pizza, and then you put chili spices on it. It's very bad. I don't know, I think my parents bought it for the bottle, but oh my god, that's like offensively bad hot sauce. And like the second time around, it's not nearly as hot. I mean, it's hot and my mouth burns, but like if I didn't have to eat more hot sauce, I could just eat with that. I wouldn't want to, but I can eat with just that and like be okay. I could be okay. Like I can sit with this and it's not like gonna kill me. You're gonna try and nail that color in art sometime? Hell yeah, cool. But yeah, I think I can probably like, I don't know, if you go on my Instagram, there's like a ton of photos of my eyes. My nose is leaking now though. Masochism isn't nearly as fun when it's boring. That is true. but not actual hungry, just mouth hungry. Yeah, I call it mouth bored. It's when you don't actually want to eat anything, your stomach's not hungry, you just want to chew things. Mouth bored is 100% a thing, especially if you're neurodivergent, it's a total thing. Anyway, this hot sauce tastes awful. So bad, so gross. I mean, maybe someone would like it, but it tastes very, weird. Or taste things, yeah. Chewy toys, yeah, Chewy stimmed, my eyebrow's itchy and I shouldn't touch it, but, so this is gross. It tastes a little bit like spicy cardboard. So, there's that. Now I have to put it on the floor because I have nowhere else to put it. Let's have some alcohol. Oh, the bubbles, not helpful on the hot sauce mouth. You get that all the time? Yeah, it's a lot. I'm trying, trust me guys, I'm trying to itch not in my eye. So there's the TST box, and we're gonna see if these taste better. You do not get the kinesthetic thing quite as much when you chew on things, just you wanna taste it, yeah. So, this just slides out the top of it, and like, look at this display. Look at this box. A worthy sacrifice or a banger bottle. Yeah, I will probably eat all that hot sauce eventually, probably on very shitty food. And then I'll fill the bottle with something more fun. But yeah, these are good. So where's the ghost, so I'm just gonna do these right to left because the ghost pepper one is this one. So it's left to right for you guys, but this is ghost pepper, mango habanero, jalapeno, and garlic chipotle. It might just be I don't like chipotle. You think your house had the mini version or something very similar? Maybe. But yeah, these are TST official hot sauces. So I'm gonna put this down and we're gonna start with the garlic chipotle. And I'm gonna probably need my clippers again, wherever I put them. This one though, it's not sealed over the top, so I can actually like pick it off a little bit just to get the sexy hot sauces. Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can like get you a better image of like what the thing looks like. There we go. Gotta get the seal off. But yeah, so there's like the TST logo on the back. Let me see if I can like, could you autofocus camera? I might just, there. So that's the back and that's the art on the front. Look at that bottle. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. It's so pretty. I gotta refocus the camera on my face. Yeah. It's got a little bunny, yeah. So it's got red peppers, vinegar, garlic, chipotle peppers, salt, and cinnamon gum. Heat level 5 out of 10. And it's vegan. It's completely vegan. So if you are a vegan, sorry, that didn't focus right. Yeah, it's really cute. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly check the heat levels of these. I think they're all 5 out of 10. Yeah, the jalapeno is 5 out of 10. No, the mango habanero is 6 out of 10. The ghost pepper is probably the highest. It's 9 out of 10. Okay, great. It's vegan, which means it has no milk, which means it's hotter than it might otherwise be. Shh, Mara. Shh. Okay, so let's go garlic chipotle. I do like garlic as much as I seem like a vampire. Oh, this is gonna be, this smells really good, actually. I can't reach my face. This smells amazing. This smells so much better. Honestly, I think if I was a vampire and was like, I would just be like, oh yeah, I hate garlic. Don't feed me garlic. And then people would try and kill me with garlic. I'd be like, no, flavor, no. Okay, I put probably too much, but this smells really good. So let's put that over there. But yeah, so that's That's the dollop we've got going on. It smells so good. So this is, if this one's okay, then I'll probably be able to easily handle the next two. That's really good. You can't enter a house unless you're invited in, not because you're a vampire, but because you're a decent person. Thank you, Mara. Yeah, it's just consent. Vampires are great at consent. This is not hot at all. This is not hot. This is just really tasty. It tastes fairly similar to what my friend makes. God, if you ever want to just get one of these, this is amazing. Hell yeah. Bunny bottle is absolutely incredible. I love this. This is fantastic. Okay, so the jalapeno one. But yeah, God, I just want, okay, before I move on to the jalapeno one, I just want a little bit more. It's so good. Because it's got like no kick to it. Like, it's got a little bit of heat, but it's like a flavor heat, not like a... Yeah, I just licked it off the bottle. It's just... Art, yeah, I'll show the art for the jalapeno one. 1 second, I'm having more of the chipotle. It's so good. Like, I just licked it off the bottle and I'm completely fine. It's not hot. It's just fine. So, jalapeno one has vinegar, jalapeno peppers, sugar, garlic, xanthan gum, bunch of acid, and then it's green. Can't eat hot sauce, it makes me sick. I am here for you and your cool art. Yeah, the art's so good. But with gastroparesis, I'm not really supposed to have hot sauce because it can be really bad for your stomach. But there was a study I found that said a lot of hot sauce once in a while is really bad for acid reflux and things, which I have also. But if you have it like small amounts more consistently, your stomach gets used to the capsaicin, and then it has a protective effect against acid reflux, which is dope. Okay, so this one you guys are gonna love. Look at that. Look at that. Oh God. Focus. Focus. Camera. Okay, can you see the good gentleman? Look at that good boy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that. Look at him. I say good sir. He's so stylish. He's such a good boy. Camera. There we go. I wish I was a bird in this suit. Yeah, oh my, this is so pretty. Where's my little clippers? You want it just for the bottle? Yeah, the bottles are really good. So they all have art like that. So I'll be showing you them as they go. But, quote the Raven, indubitably, yes. Some, and growling poison. Get this seal off. Okay. And I've never had jalapeno before, so this will be interesting. Oh, that's got a better little sealed cap on it. That's concerning. It's got a little, because the other one was just an open bottle. This one's got like a little teeny hole. So I'm like, ah, that's worrying. But these are supposed to be the same spice level. It's just egg roll and posh. Yeah. So this is gonna be mainly about like whether or not I like the flavor, because it's supposed to be the same heat as the other one. Jalapeno is more liquidy. Yeah, it is a little bit more. They did put xanthan gum in it, so it should be not too bad. Yeah, it's thicker than you'd think. So like, it's not... I'm also not shaking it because I don't want to get it all over my keyboard and then have fucking hot sauce hands for the next million years. Could you come out of the bottle, please? There we go. Small oil base. Yeah, it's just not coming out because of the angle I'm holding it at. It's okay, I've got this. I just gotta put the chimkin down. Okay. This smells like it's gonna be a little bit of a problem, but it should be okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a reasonable amount of hot sauce. Put that back in the box. So we've got I spilled a little bit, so there's more on the back, but that's the kind of glue we got going on. Can't spell science without nice. Nice. It's weird. Okay, so it doesn't taste bad. It just tastes a little more than a vegetable than I would normally eat. Because I don't eat vegetables. This is a fun fact. I can't eat fiber. So I don't do well with anything green. I got so much of this everywhere. But I don't eat plants, really. I eat just enough that I don't get scurvy. So I have like apple juice and applesauce and smoothies and things. But I definitely don't eat vegetables because they're gross and they make my stomach angry. I had a digestive emergency a couple weeks ago because I ate broccoli 3 different times in 2 weeks. And by broccoli, I mean like 2 pieces. Oh, very sick. I was spoiled on vegetables because of VeggieTales. I never watched VeggieTales. Someone told me about it. I maybe watched like a song and was like, this is too Jesus-y for me. So, also, you guys can keep asking like Satan-y stuff while I'm eating. Feel free. Feel free to ask me Satan questions. Any question at all. I'm totally open. Yeah, this just tastes like a sweet, like a salad. If a salad was liquid, Satan Claus for Christmas is here. I mean, yeah, every year. Why do you think he doesn't get burnt when he goes down the chimney? Because hellfire's hotter. Also, I've got a Satanic rosary. This is the sigil of Lucifer. You probably can't see it. I'm not super in focus. But you need to put your juice in the fridge? Yeah, go put your juice in the fridge, guy. And I'll start opening the next bottle. But I won't show the art until you get back. So tell me when you get back. This music is real good. Run time! Could you... Also, fun fact, not every Satanist looks like me. I'm a very stereotypical looking Satanist, but there are normie Satanists. It's like a self-described term. But that like look more like traditional people. You don't have to be goth to be a Satanist. Let's do this then. What is the difference between Lucifer, Satan, Baal, Beelzebub, and Mephistopheles? Okay, so Lucifer is not real. Lucifer is extra biblical. Lucifer is a Latin term meaning morning star. And in one of the translations of the Bible into, I think, English, it was just taken on as like a proper name because a king of Babylon was called Lucifer, and as like the son of the morning or whatever, and then that turned into just, oh, this is a name for the devil. My loose theory for how that happened was just like, because Samael or Satan his partner is Lilith. Oh man, just rest for a sec. Don't push yourself too hard, Kai. But yeah, because Lilith is associated with the Whore of Babylon, and then Samael, the angel of death, fallen angel, whatever, was associated with Babylon through Lilith. And then yeah, also Lucifer's Lightbringer, and there was a Roman god named Lucifer, so there was sort of like a loose association, but most of that comes from like biblical fanfic, essentially. As far as Satan is a Hebrew word meaning accuser. Also with Lucifer is a term like son of the morning, was also used to describe Jesus. Jesus is called Lucifer multiple times in the Bible. Satan is a word meaning accuser. It's used to refer to anyone who is an accuser. Biblical fanfic, you like that term? Yeah. But so any accuser, but so there's Satan, which means accuser, and then there's Ha-Satan, which is the accuser, which in the Old Testament was essentially he worked for God. He was like God's sword or God's like whatever. But his whole thing was essentially to be the devil's advocate, to like argue with God about things. So like that's the whole thing with Lot, is Satan would show up and just be like, hey, you're assuming that he's pious because he's a good man, but he might be pious because he fears you or because he has gratitude for the things that you've given him. So like the entire thing was just meant to be an allegory to like a philosophical exercise in proving that godliness is a thing. Like Satan doesn't actually really do much in the Bible other than act as like a facilitating character for disagreement. He doesn't actually do anything really that bad, except for he fucks with Lot, but that's with God's permission. So there's that. And then he only really becomes like a big bad in A, biblical fanfic, and B, in like Revelations. So Satan was basically invented as a scapegoat for control. So if you demonize something, yeah, he's a narrative device, like in Plato's dialogues. Absolutely, yeah. So he's a narrative device, and then he was used as a political device for control, because if there's a big bad that you have to be scared of that can justify control. Same thing with fascism. There has to be an enemy to justify tightening control and security. Like there has to be something scary enough for you to give up your freedoms to defend against, right? So Satan was used as a tool. He was not really that much of a character in the Bible. What's the other ones you asked about? Baal, that's a word that just means Lord. Same with Beelzebub. Beelzebub was also Baalzebub, which is Lord of the Flies. Both of those are from demonology. They're not in the Bible, really. I mean, there are some demons in the Bible, but they're mostly, again, narrative devices for Jesus to confront or to heal people from, to prove his godliness and how powerful and magical he is. You love the word scapegoat? Yeah, I think it comes from Hebrew. But people used to, put all their sins on goats and chase them off and get them killed. So there would be one that we chased off into the desert, another that would be ritually slaughtered. So that was a thing. And then Mephistopheles is from the story of Faust, which is fiction. It's written post-biblically. It was written, I think, in the Renaissance. I think it was somewhere in that sort of period. But it is not biblical. It is just a story that was written about temptation. So Mephistopheles is a demon that someone signs their soul over for all of the riches in the world. And you can read the story of Faust, but it's basically just a fictional story with this fictional demon named Mephistopheles who, like, that's kind of where, like, the crossroads demon, sell your soul thing partially comes from. So, like, yeah, it's just a story. It's just fiction. It's like, oh, where's Voldemort? How's that kind of... It's just fiction. It's just a thing. Might have been romantic, yeah. Same thing happens with, like, Dante's Inferno. All the circles of hell thing, that's just... Some of that came from Catholicism, but a lot of what we understand of this levels of hell and the circles of hell were Dante Alighieri, just writing about it. And Dante's Inferno and then Purgatorium and Paradiso, that is straight fanfic. Legitimately in that story is Dante has a self-insert character that goes around with his favorite poet hunting after the girl he had a crush on, and then in hell finds all of the people in politics and art that he didn't like suffering in hell. It's just fanfic. Same thing with like Shakespeare's just dick jokes. The word cuck appears in almost every Shakespearean play I've ever heard, and I watched a live stream where someone went through like 30 of them. It's in all of them, the word cuck. Like, I love that. That a lot of our classics are just dick jokes. That's the most ridiculous, like, yeah. Bold of him to manage to affect how people view hell for the rest of time. Yeah. So like a lot of our understanding of who the devil is comes from fiction, not the Bible. Especially because a lot of people in the early Christian period couldn't read, or were not allowed to read the Bible. So a lot of stuff about Satan comes from fiction and culture and has nothing to do with the Bible at all. And if anything is just kind of a loose interpretation, it's fanfic, it's not real. Not that the Bible, in my opinion, is real either, but a lot of the satanic stuff, especially when you get into like satanic panic shit and like witch hunts and things, none of that is in the Bible at all. You get mad as fuck when someone's like, the Bible is a true story, blah, blah, blah. No, the Bible is literally a collection of essays from people who weren't even there. Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, like, they're academic essays, yeah. But like the Old Testament, like a lot of the stories in the Old Testament or the Talmud make a lot more sense if you think of it in the context of these are fictional stories meant to preserve parts of Jewish culture after they've been exiled multiple times from their homeland and where they were. They've been kicked out of their temple multiple times, so this is their way of trying to collect as many of their cultural stories as possible. And the Old Testament, the Talmud, does not work in isolation. It does not work unless you bring along the Torah. The Torah doesn't work in isolation without the Talmud and the rabbinical discussions on the text. So Judaism works as a conversation and things are reinterpreted over time. Like part of the Talmud includes like that whole like stone disobedient children thing. Like has been defined as like, okay, well, it can only be a child above a certain age and below a certain age, and it's this kind of disobedience, and like blah, 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 blah. And it's been basically defined as such a narrow thing that it's impossible to actually fuck up that way. And like, it also depends on if you're talking about Hasidic Judaism, Orthodox Judaism, and Reform Judaism. They're all very different. It's as different as talking about like a Baptist versus a Catholic. Completely different religions in some respects. Like not all Jewish people believe the same thing. You know, like some Jewish people can use electricity on Saturday. Some can't even use their microwave. It depends on how you interpret the Shabbat and what you're supposed to be doing. And like, yeah, Talmud is like a top page on a Wikipedia article. Exactly. And all this is stuff that I learned from going to synagogue with my aunt and talking to my Jewish aunt about Judaism and talking to her rabbi when I was in high school and stuff. Baptists would say that Catholics aren't Christian, which I don't understand. Gatekeeping! Not all Christians! Blah, blah, blah. Like, there are Satanists that, like, TST Satanists are sometimes referred to as not real Satanists by Church of Satan. That we are considered not Satanists because we are not part of the Church of Satan. Church of Satan Satanists, often defined as anyone who is not in the Church of Satan, is not a real Satanist. Which is not true. The word Satanist existed before Anton LaVey. It is a valid way of being a Satanist, sure, but it's not the only way. Renegade Satanism. Anyway, hot sauce. I have more hot sauce, so I will show you the picture on this one. This one, I think, is a vulture. Until the Protestant Reformation, the Bible was only available in Latin, which most people couldn't understand. Yeah, absolutely. So like a lot of stuff is just whatever the priests fucking told you. And the priests have giant cathedrals made of, they're castles made of glass and temples made of gold. They're maybe not reliable narrators. Years of our time, yeah. Martin Luther said, fuck that. Okay, so this is the next bottle. Look at the bird. I think he's a vulture. But yeah, look at that. Look at that vulture buddy. He's a good bean. So it's mango habanero. This is supposed to be a little bit hotter than the other two, which is good. Because the other two were not, oh, it's a dodo. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, the other hot sauces were not that hot. In a corset, yeah, it's in like a Regency era, like dress sort of thing. It's got like a little necklace on. It's very cute. It looks like a dodo. Because extinct? Could be. Could be a dodo. I have no idea. I have no idea. They had an artist make all of these. But yeah, so this one has more calories than the other ones. I think the other ones all have 0 calories. Yeah, the other two that I had have 0 calories. So this one's got more to it. What is in this? Mango, red wine vinegar, water, natural sugar, onions, red bell peppers, habanero peppers, lime juice, garlic, salt, cilantro, xanthan gum, and spices. Hopefully this doesn't taste like soap to me. Hi, Salt! Welcome to the stream! Birdie is birdie, yeah. All I know is it's not a... Woo! That smells like mango. That smells like spicy mango. You arrived in time for cuck talk? Perfect. Stream! They're just dinosaur remnants? Yeah, I stumbled upon a TikTok today where people got really upset that someone gave their chickens scrambled eggs. And it was literally just a way of like recycling the eggs, because whatever. But then the guy was like explaining like, legitimately if I introduce a chick to the coop and the other established chickens do not like the chick, they will eat it. Chickens are cannibals. And the TikTok comments were like, no, chickens are so cute. It's like, nah, they're also dinosaurs. Anyway, I'm gonna hot sauce this up. Oh, that was too much. That is watery. Oop. Chickens are fucking scary. Yeah, they can skeletonize things like in seconds. Oh no, it's fine. I'll just mop it up in a minute. But that's a lot of hot sauce, so we will... Liquid, yeah. So this is supposed to be a little bit hotter than the other two. The other two I didn't find hot at all. Not like that fucking demon skull that was hot-ish. It was hotter than Cholula, but not by too much. And was offensively bad tasting. Okay, so cheers. Oh, that's so good. But it just tastes sweet. It tastes like mango and spice. It's so good. It was not hot at all. Yeah, cuckoos in Legend of Zelda are not too bad. Are horrifying. If you hit them, they're so scary. You love spicy mango? Oh my god. Salt. Told you mango habanero is good. It's my favorite. I do not doubt you. I love mangoes. But Salt, when you come over, I'm gonna have you try some of these. They're so fucking good. I could probably, the chipotle one, the garlic chipotle, I could probably chug the bottle. It's so good. This is all the cinematic universe. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more of this. And then we just have the ghost pepper and one more chicken. But like, I'm laying this on pretty thick. And like, it's hard because it's dripping. But like, I have a lot on there and it's not too bad. Yeah, pigs will eat anything, including each other. Animals, like the wild, it's fucking intense. That is really good. Not that hot. There's a little bit of a kick to it, but it's not too bad. That tastes really, that would be really good on wings. But like, none of this has particularly been too hot except for that skull one that tasted bad. There's so much just like sauce. Okay, if I have like a full just finger of it, it's a bit hot. But it's so sweet that it like it's so sweet and then there's like a little bit of spice, so it's like really just fine. Okay. Now we're going for the big boy, the ghost pepper. Gotta get this open, but there's hippos. Yeah, hippos are intense. I saw on TikTok, I keep seeing like cute animals. There was a Link Spico Tippy Tappy on the towers makes you happy. That's really cute. But I saw a crocodile answer to his name and like come over. It was so cute. Open. Fingies. It's the last one. You just need to cooperate for this one. That is it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the bottle for this one. What's in this? Red wine vinegar, natural sugar, chili sauce, ghost peppers, pen peppers, water, cayenne pepper, salt, more spices, and xanthan gum. Oh, this is going to melt my face. This is going to be a lot. We've cried over how beautiful and good Breath of the Wild is. Yeah, Breath of the Wild is amazing. I've never played it before, but I've seen other people play it and it's great. Okay, so this is the last bottle. The little skull. Here, let me get it closer. Oh, that's too close. There we go. You see the little skeleton man. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Look at how cool that is. You love the bottle art? Yeah, it's so good. Okay. I love that we have animals being cute and then it's just Reaper. Seasonings don't fear the Reaper. Oh my god, Mara. Oh my god. You rock. You're the fucking best sometimes. Also, it looks like my Reaper tattoo. Like, they're buddies. They're friends. They're little buddies. Need more cowbell pepper? Fair. Okay, so this is gonna be my first time ever having ghost peppers. These were, the first two of the TST ones were 5 out of 10 on that heat scale. The mango habanero was 6 out of 10, which I was just starting to feel. This one is supposed to be 9 out of 10. It's supposed to be very hot. So, we'll see. So far, the TST ones are delicious, but like, they give my lips a little bit of a tingle, but they're completely fine. I could like fucking dump them on things and I'd be fine. So we're gonna see how the ghost pepper goes, because I've never, remember, I've only, ghost pepper's kicking it up a few notches, yeah. Remember, I've only been eating hot sauce for like a year, and I've only, other than these ones today, this is probably more kinds of hot sauce than I've had ever before. You've eaten a ghost pepper once? Oof. I do want to do that at some point, is like just do hot pepper challenges or whatever. But yeah, I've only had like eating out at a restaurant hot, which is not too bad, and then Cholula. Cholula is the hottest thing I had had before today, and I dump that on chicken like it's fucking ketchup. I just dump that shit. If Salt says oof, you may have a problem. This doesn't smell like it's gonna taste good. This smells like it's gonna hurt. Okay. How liquidy is this? It's a bit liquidy, so I'm gonna be... When you worked at the butcher shop, you were dared to do it, and the head butcher gave me a grade 9 Wagyu ribeye for doing it. You deserve it for doing that, honestly. So here's the chicken, here's the hot sauce. I'm not gonna look at chat for a sec. I gotta focus. Otherwise I'm gonna get fucking ghost pepper all over my keyboard and then I'm gonna have to throw my computer out. Will it taste good while it hurts? We will see. We will see. It depends on how much ghost pepper is in the sauce. Yeah. I mean, ghost pepper, to give you an idea, the first ingredient is red wine vinegar, then sugar, then chili sauce, and then ghost peppers. And Wagyu is always worth it. Kobe beef is also always fucking worth it. That shit tastes like butter. Okay. Fuck. 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 Oh, I put a little bit of a bunch on there. So we'll see. We've got that much. Okay. No going back now. Fuck. You saw that pour? I mean, to be fair, I normally take fucking Cholula and dump it everywhere. So, I may have committed an error. Honestly, like, that's not much bigger than my thumbnail. I should be okay. And it's gonna be in a big bite of chicken, so I should be okay. I also have, because the other ones weren't hot, I have a whole glass of milk. And a whole thing, I have 1/8 of a liter of water and still some more White Claw, so I should be fine. Okay. Fuck, okay. Okay. I haven't tasted anything. Is it happening? I've swallowed it now. This may just prove that my pain tolerance is stupid. One second. Okay, I'm gonna do this on camera so you can see I'm really fucking going for it. Okay, I'm putting this on like I put on Cholula. This I may regret. Ghost pepper. We'll see. If I don't hurt from this, I may have to do a ghost pepper at some point and just eat one. Your stomach is gonna hate you. The 07s, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Definitely this is either going to hurt really bad or I'm gonna be completely fine. As of right now, from what I just had, my mouth is like a little bit warm. But not, I can't tell if it was from the ghost pepper or from the fact that I've just had like 4 other hot sauces. So, we'll see. Okay, I can taste it this time at least. Pain tolerance is very high. It's not really your mouth I'm worried about so much. I mean, true. Okay. Now it's starting to get a little warm. I basically flipped the chicken over in my mouth and put it on my tongue, so. Okay, now I can feel it. It's a gradual build, but now I can feel it. Breathing is not helping. It doesn't taste too bad though. Why am I being yelled at? It's because you're loved, Kai. Oh, you're laughing at the spit? Okay. So as of right now, it's starting to hurt. I'm gonna put the cap back on the bottle. Okay. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do this without milk and just kind of get through it. It is hot. It didn't get in my lip ring hole, so that's good. My tongue is on fire. Like, I'm not even doing like my pain tolerance trick where I like meditate. I'm just kind of like sitting and thinking about it. There's the voice crack, that's a core memory. This is a quicker buildup than you usually need before absurd pain. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I put it directly on my tongue, like it flipped over in my mouth, and I just got like a, all down the middle of my tongue. Your voice cracked when you had the ghost pepper? Yeah, I think I've hit the peak of it. I think it's coming down now. It's a quicker buildup? Yeah. It kind of spikes and it's already coming down. Like, I'm fine. There was like a minute where I was like, oh, this is a bit. Cheers. Like, that doesn't taste very good. It's not as bad as the other one, but it's close. You really want this sauce now? Yeah, my sinuses are mad. I feel like my body is experiencing the capsaicin more than my brain is. You're curious if I've already surpassed you? I mean, I have a high pain tolerance, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna put the hot sauce away because I'm out of chicken. I have some potato wedges. Imagine though. Imagine if I've like surpassed you and I've only been eating like, honestly, that is about, your body's definitely feeling it more than my brain. It's how I experience pain literally all the time. I mean, true. Honestly, talking hurts. Yeah, right now I'm experiencing a sudden influx of burning on the roof of my mouth and my tongue, probably from that second amount because I built it on itself. I mean, it hurts. I'm not gonna say it doesn't hurt. This burns. I just am fine. It doesn't burn at a level where I was going to panic. It was just like, do I need milk? This does hurt my mouth about as much as getting like Cholula in my lip piercing did. Do I think Hitler is in heaven or hell? I think that Hitler, like all people, is worm food. And he sucks ass, but I don't believe in heaven or hell. So, I do not know what an acausal is. Generally though, if it's not scientifically proven or observable, I probably don't believe in it. Aren't I a Satanist? Yeah. I am specifically TST variety Satanist. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't believe in supernatural magic. I believe in what can be observed and reproducible. Science is based on the material world. We are talking metaphysics. Okay. If there's proof it exists, then I'll consider it. Thank you, Salt. I mean, you can sit and watch and learn, but I mean, if you believe in metaphysics, that's fine. I do not. You've seen the type? Yeah, I mean, chill. I mean, I thank you so much, Salt, for banning him. And Mario was hovering, yeah. I mean, wasn't going to be productive because he wasn't listening to me. But at the end of the day, if there's no proof for it, and I haven't observed it myself, I have no reason to believe in that. But yeah, I don't mind if other people believe in supernatural stuff. I just don't. I mean, I've had some experiences that are difficult to explain. I haven't observed you, therefore I don't exist. I'm observing you right now. Are not your thoughts part of you? Are not the words you think and then choose to type out, is that not an extension of yourself? You're just getting your melee on in preparation for your stream, aren't you, Salt? Maybe you're an AI? Hey! AIs exist! Being an AI doesn't mean you don't exist. Okay. Quick question. If I did autistic intelligence clearly superior, hell yeah. Also, I've seen you on camera, have I not? You would count down to Saturday permanently on your startup BRB pages? Hell yeah. You have very long hair in your bed, you do not have long hair. That's always fun. I find hairs everywhere that I don't know where they come from, but I think they're all from my wigs and shit. Question. I have about 15 minutes left in stream. Maybe a little bit more. Because we're gonna rate Salt when he starts, because that's gonna be when I usually end. And he's playing Mass Effect for the first time. But before that, should I try and see if I can do a spoonful of the ghost pepper sauce and see if that actually makes me need my milk? Your hair gets everywhere as possibly it migrated? Potentially. If CGI AI people aren't real, then I need to rethink my crush on the new Samsung assistant. And I need to rethink my fucking crush on Gladys. I mean, you only live once. You know, Miss Salt, you're in a bed. You didn't even need to be here. And you think your tummy will be okay? I mean, it right now feels completely fine. And on the plus side, I am on medication for acid reflux, so it should be fine. I mean, my stomach's resilient. It's fine. I mean, the alcohol's probably doing worse things to my stomach than the hot sauce, to be fucking honest. That feels weird. The fizzing of the White Claw in my mouth is strange at the moment. Anyway, fuck it. YOLO, aka Meme Bros version of Memento Mori. You're physically exhausted from waking 4 days ago? You're committed to your computer wife, Cyber 7, in your headphones. I mean, she is wonderful. Okay, so I have a spoon. This is not a huge spoon, but it is not a tiny spoon. I'm gonna do a spoonful of this. And this is the ghost pepper. It's not in focus, but it's ghost pepper. Mix them all together, see if it tastes good. I am not doing that. Not doing that. I'm much more picky about flavor than I am about pain. It's a medicine spoon size, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna pour this over here just so it doesn't get on the computer. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm immediately having regrets. So I didn't fill it completely because the spoon is huge. I say after saying it's not that big, but I don't know if you can see, but if we got spoonful of hot sauce helps the medicine go down. Yeah, so this is pretty solid. So the Binding of Isaac emote is probably appropriate. Okay, keep in mind, I still have a full thing of milk. It's been good knowing you, Azura. Hey, I gotta get used to the feeling of hellfire at some point. And yeah, quickly just fill the chat with questions about Satanism, because I'm gonna need something to focus on. That does not taste good in that amount. And I immediately swallowed it. Is Satan sexy? Well, we're all attracted to rebels, right? So obviously. I think compassionate, rebellious folks are definitely sexy. Woo! So it's here. Oh my God. Okay, so the reason this is hard for me is I swallow very slowly, so that is just hitting my stomach now. What's my fave game that has demons and devils? Let me think. Probably Bayonetta or Castlevania. Gastroparesis makes it burn all the way down for longer. Yeah. This hurts. It's really hard to think of video games right now. Good choices. Okay, good. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, moving my epiglottis hurts really bad. Oh, that hurts. Because it just sat there for a second. The delay, yeah. Picture Bayonetta saying you're doing great, sweetie. Heh. Nice. It's burning here in my throat. Oh, there we go. And I think, is my epiglottis calming down yet? Burping is a bad time. Yeah, it's burning here. So because it's picture Lady D saying, yes. Oh, there is a voice I never saying, good girl. And I love it so much. And then I think it's Cassandra said, like, if you let her, like, kill you, she'd be like, good boy. And that also makes me pleased. Also, yeah, because I swallowed it so fast, there's a little bit of burning on my tongue and the roof of my mouth. But it's mostly burning here and here. And because it's internal, it's completely fine. Like, it burns, but I can completely handle it. You love that? Oh no. Chest burns are bad. I mean, it's not as bad as having acid in my lungs, so like that's a plus. Epiglottal and epigastric burning. Yeah. So I've just got like here burning, which is like the top of my stomach. It's basically all the spots where there's valves. It like stopped for a second and it's burning more. Like there's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just right where the epiglottis is and right at the top of like where my cardiac sphincter is. And this is a really funny feeling because I have border delay. Yeah. Because I have gastroparesis, right now I can feel it. So there's the burn here at the top of my stomach and I can feel it dripping into my stomach slowly. So it's just starting to burn here now as it's like falling into my stomach. So like here is starting to like warm up. But I think what's helping me is because my digestion is so slow, it can't be everywhere at the same time. It's not like it just went and then it's all of the pain instantly. It's just certain sections will like feel the pain, and by the time that starts to like get high, it's moved somewhere else and it's just sort of a traveling pain. And now it's down here. Is that not a normal thing to feel? No, it is not. It's not super normal. Like if you can feel, like if you can, when you swallow, if instead of just going, you can feel it kind of slowly trickle down. that's not normal. Your stomach probably has like delayed emptying or delayed motion. If it's not affecting your diet too much, you're probably fine. But just whenever you eat or drink, you can feel everything. Yeah, it's basically, feeling is not the worst. It's more if it's like slow and perceptible on that level, where it's not just like a quick, smooth, but if you can feel it like stopping and starting, especially if you swallow like a lot of water and you can feel it all sit here, that's not great, and you should probably look into if you have acid reflux or something, because delayed stomach motion can give you acid reflux and stuff. Autism sensory overload, maybe it could just be autistic people can sense it more, but if it stops anywhere, that's not a good sign. It should be as you swallow, your cardiac sphincter should just open. So if it's slower, I mean, the one thing you need to be the most careful about is acid reflux. And yes, if you're getting chest burns, see your doctor, because acid reflux can cause a lot of severe problems that people don't realize. It can cause, you can get acid reflux up and then breathe it back into your lungs, which can collapse your lungs. Don't worry, that generally doesn't happen, but that is a thing to be concerned about. Yeah, absolutely talk to someone about that. Also, you can burn your vocal cords, you can burn your esophagus, and a thing that can happen if you burn your esophagus is there's this thing called Barrett's esophagus, where you've burnt your esophagus so many times that instead of being replaced and healed with normal esophagus cells, it starts to replace with intestinal cells. And then once that happens, you have an increased risk for throat cancer. So if you catch it early, you can get it treated and you can prevent all that and you'll be totally fine. But it's worth checking that out early. And then if you do get Barrett's esophagus, you can just get checks on a consistent basis and you can be fine. If they catch throat cancer early, it's completely treatable. It's just time to ring them tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you, but just like this can, like heartburn can cause serious problems. So it's worth checking. It's worth checking and getting it treated. You don't need to be in pain when you eat. That's a thing that can be fixed. And these long-term things are things that can be prevented. Literally just taking like a little bit of dietary changes, or there's medication you can take that can help. You're halfway convinced Kai might have EDS. Maybe, I'd have to talk, but you don't dislocate a lot unless your popping is dislocating and it just doesn't really hurt anymore. I mean, like I just, there's subluxations, which are when things half pop out. But like my hip popped out yesterday when I was walking back from the pharmacy, and it hurt a little bit, but I could walk on it just fine. And then like if I do that, my hip pops. My knee bends like that, and it doesn't hurt. Your hip, shoulder, and jaw do it daily. You should probably get that checked too. And if it's not EDS, then it might be like a muscle thing, and you can get physiotherapy or help if like you've just injured something. Fuck's sake. I mean, the good news is I used to be at a point where I was completely bedridden. I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of bed. You've got a physio for your ribs soon, so you'll ask. That's good. You definitely ask. A physiotherapist, if they know what EDS is, should be able to help. And I've got a rib that's stuck out. I think I might have a second one, though I think that one might have gone back in. There's just the one right now. But I'm gonna drink milk just to make my, I'm fine. I just think it might make my stomach not quite so angry. Also, milk is tasty. But yeah, I used to be bedridden when I was in my early 20s before I got diagnosed, and then it took a while and stuff, but then I'm eventually like, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm 30. I don't use my cane all the time. I saw a physio 10 years ago who said your ribs were normal when they were visibly lopsided, and when she touched them, I cried. Yeah, I mean, that's bullshit, but also, like, I'm weirdly not surprised because I got sent out of an ER with my knee. I'm not gonna do it, but when the knee goes that way, and I walked into the ER on crutches being like, I have EDS, I'm having trouble getting my knee back in, can you just fix it for me? And they told me it wasn't dislocated, maybe I tore something. and then sent me to a fracture clinic. And then the resident was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine, whatever. Here's a prescription for physio." And then when the actual doctor came in to sign off on, like, he was like, "Oh, I don't think you've ever dislocated this knee in your life." I'm like, "I've dislocated this constantly, and my mom's had knee surgery." You feel it move in some way that feels poppy? Yeah, so like question, did it hurt the first time you did that pretty badly? And then it gradually just doesn't hurt anymore. But still, it does the same thing, but now when it does it, it just doesn't hurt. Because that's what used to happen to me. Like the first time I dislocated my hip, it tore the hip flexor, hurt really badly. I cried. And then now it pops out every day. I'm completely fine. I can put it back and it's no big deal. My knee, the first time it popped out, I fell on the floor screaming and crying for like half an hour. And then now if it pops, like it just pops out daily and I don't even notice it. Same with my ankles. Shoulder didn't do it till a year ago, and then when it did, I cried. Yeah, my shoulder was fine up until I had a retail job where I was like lifting things and like reaching my arm out a lot, so I kept popping it out. And then the related muscle pain, this muscle got all weird and it's ripped rib out of my chest that won't go back in now. But the one thing I will tell you is if you figure it out, you can get help, and the sooner you get help, the more you can avoid damaging things. Your best friend and you basically have the same disabilities, just we get diagnosed years apart. I should have known. She just got diagnosed with EDS and POTS. Yeah. I mean, I got diagnosed with stuff, and then I helped my mom and my sister get diagnosed. A couple of my coworkers, I was like, "You have all the same fucking symptoms as me, so you should talk to somebody." It was the same thing, Alice, when you were telling me about like your heart rate stuff. Like, I don't want to say like you have POTS, because it could be there are other things that have similar symptoms, but I'm just like, you're describing a lot of the same things as me. It's worth getting checked. And yeah, there's some comorbidities with EDS. So Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a collagen thing, but basically collagen's in everything. So things that are really common with EDS, no problem, anytime. Seriously, anytime. I'm really glad I could help, because like legitimately people did the same thing for me. So just pass it on when you can. But yeah, I have EDS, so I have the joint stuff. There are also kinds of EDS that affect skin and organs. There's one that affects skin more, there's one that affects organs more, so like a little bit less joint. And my joints are extreme. There are people with hypermobile EDS, including my mom and my sister, who are not as bendy and poppy as I am. I'm a very bad measure for that. I'm about as extremely hypermobile as a human being can be and still be able to walk. And I also don't know how I walk. I really shouldn't be able to. I just do. But yeah, so I have EDS, and then I have dysautonomia, the POTS, then I have gastroparesis, and then autism is comorbid as well. I don't know a single person who has EDS who isn't also autistic. So there's a certain point where if you have enough of these, and even if you don't have EDS, there are also other collagen disorders. But it's just these things are all connected, because like EDS and any collagen disorder can make your veins a little bit wonky, which makes your blood pressure low, which gives you dysautonomia and POTS. And then POTS can affect your stomach and make your stomach slow down. Because my dysautonomia only really like happened first, and then my POTS, and then my gastroparesis. Drink milk and rest, boys. Probably. I mean, I'm doing okay. It just sounds worse because I've still got lumps of hot sauce in my stomach. But yeah, all I'll say is like, it's always worth seeing if you have especially a rare diagnosis, your doctors might not know a lot about it, especially things outside their specialty. So it's worth seeing what comorbid things there are. If you have other disabilities, like other symptoms that are not explained by the thing you're diagnosed with, figure out things that are related to it. So that's handy. Also, Mara, thanks for looking out for me. I'd probably just keep talking until I lost my voice, to be honest. But yeah, if you guys ever have, like, my DMs are always open. If you ever want to ask about EDS stuff, feel free. If you ever want to ask about gastroparesis, feel free. Mine didn't even try to search for a cause for your POTS, but I'm not sure if he should have. That's the thing is, like, he is a cardiologist, so a lot of the things that cause POTS he wouldn't necessarily know very well or be able to test for. But I don't know, it's usually one of those things where you go back to your GP or your family doctor or whatever and talk about it. I just wish specialists were a little less separate and more could work as a cohesive team. I have the benefit of my clinic definitely does that more than most, but and yeah, if anyone ever has other Satan questions during other streams or whatever, always feel free to ask. I didn't get super deep today, but literally anytime I'm happy to talk about it. I don't proselytize, but I know it's a fairly unknown belief and religion, and anything I can do to help, like, educate people, I love to, because I mean, you need to understand where other people are coming from to build, like, interfaith connections, and I find it's always really fascinating to learn about what other people believe, because then I can be more compassionate towards them. And I will say, my being in TSD has definitely made me much more compassionate towards Christians. Even though I have a lot of religious trauma from Christians and Christian bullying and whatever, I now understand more. Fuck Satan. I mean, it's probably a good lay. It's probably a good lay. And burn in hell, I mean, that's where all the cool people are. The message is so funny. Yeah, I know. Like, you know, you just talk about your special interests all the time. It's adorable. Well, rip Link. Oh, sorry, Pine. I don't know how to give you, like, permission. Also, actually, before I go, is there a thing I can do? Let me see if there's a thing I can do. You just post it in salts. Yeah, you could do that. Also, I'm just gonna do a thing. I'm trying to see if I can do a thing. 1 second. Fucking computer, stop it. Computer that is poggins. Watch until you get bored. Mean that you've been hyper focused on a show. How do you get it out of your head? I have no idea. Watch another thing. Watch it till it gets out of your system. I don't know. My sister once watched the movie version, the old one of Series of Unfortunate Events every single day. Like, when it would end, she'd start it over, and then she'd watch all the special features, and she'd do it over and over and over again for, like, weeks. Also, Pines, you are now VIP. You should be able to send links. You've been, like, my oldest, most consistent supporter, honestly, in chat, so, like, you fucking deserve it. You get that with Frozen 1, you don't know why. It happens. It happens. Sometimes I get hyperfixated on shit I don't even like. I'm like, I don't know why. Oh, thank you! Oh, hell yeah. My first clip. Yes! I'll definitely, like, watch that a bit after. But now, when I raid Salt and he shouts me out, I'll actually have a clip, so that'll be fun. Speaking of, I think he's probably started. Oh, hyperfixating a show and then getting bored halfway through. Yeah, having rapid cycling hyperfixations is so annoying. But anyway, with that, I'm gonna leave you and send you on to raid Salt King, who is playing Mass Effect, which is Pog, and I can rest my voice. I mean, I probably won't, but I will a little bit. I promise, Mara, for you, I will rest my voice a little bit. It's Salt, not Slat fingers. Okay. Stay in chat, go support a lovely, lovely human. Take a fucking nap. You nap, Kai. You nap. I'll sleep after you sleep. How about that? Until you go to sleep, I'm not going to bed. Anyway, I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. No. The little... Here. This Kai right now. This Kai right now. Just a little frowny kitty. Come here for a hug to prove it. I can't. Eventually I will go to the UK and I will, or you will come to Toronto, probably both, but we will hang out at some point because you are wonderful. But thank you so much for all the support. I can't believe I hit so many followers that now I can't, it's what, I'm at like 20 something? So I'm so thankful for all of the support, the 20 subs, and I think I've got like 75-ish followers. I appreciate it so, so much. You guys do not need to support me as hard as you do, but it's very appreciated. And know that you are loved, Satan loves you, and this you know because Azura told you so. So, enjoy Salt. Have a good one.